Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for starters, I know it's been so long. I'm really sorry. I wish I could go back to when I used to upload videos every day back when I started my channel, but it really is out of my control and school just started, so everything is really hectic right now. But speaking of school, before I get started on today's video, so welcome back. Welcome to my channel, to the new members. So welcome to my channel and thank you guys so much for the trust that you put into me and for taking the time to follow me. So today's video is going to be a simple and easy recipe, which is Greek style nuggets slash patties. They're vegetarian. They're really good for picky eaters because you can't tell what's in them, and they have feta cheese and it's amazing flavors. And I think that this specifically goes out to the lunch boxes because it's perfect to pack for a lunchbox, because even when it's cold, I think it also tastes just good. And a lot of parents really struggle these days to pack lunch boxes for their kids, especially with the whole trend of the lunch boxes that I see on TikTok. You have people packing like lunch boxes that are like, they're aesthetic and they're very cute, but they do not fill you. So this is really good because it's filling and it tastes good and it's super easy to make. So let's show you guys how to make them because they're very simple. To make these Greek courgette patties, here we have the equivalents of 300 grams of courgettes, about 200 grams of feta cheese, 3 tablespoons of flour, 2 eggs, the zest of 2 limes. You can use the zest of 1 lemon. Here we have about 3 pieces of green onion, 3 small ones, about a heaping tablespoon of dill, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and for the spices we have salt and pepper to taste, a teaspoon of cumin. Here we have about half a teaspoon of chili flakes, but this is as much or as little as you want. It's completely optional depending on how if you like spice or not. And lastly, a teaspoon of basil. We're using dried basil, but if you have access to fresh basil, that's going to be better. Our first step is to grate the courgette, and we're going to use the thick side. Now that we've grated the courgettes, we're going to add a generous amount of salt and leave it to sit for about 10 minutes so that it releases all the excess water in it, because otherwise it would just spoil the recipe. Just give it a gentle mix. So we're just going to cover it using its own lid and just going to let it sit for 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes and now we're just going to squeeze out the juices. And this is a very important step. If you skip it, the recipe is just not going to be right. So this is the excess water that it released, and all of this would have ruined the recipe. And now we're going to add all the green stuff. So the green onions, the dough, and lastly the parsley. And now we're just going to crumble our feta cheese. And now we're going to add the spices, so a little bit of salt because the cheese is already salty. Pepper. The chili flakes, as well as the basil. and the cumin. And now we're just going to mix everything together. And now we're going to add in the eggs and mix them into the mixture. So at this stage, I'm going to add in the lime zest. So we've zested the lime, and now we're just going to mix everything together. And now for the final stage, we're going to add in the flour, and 3 tablespoons is enough, because if you add more, it's going to be a very dense consistency, and it's going to absorb a lot more oil, and it's going to be really greasy. So in order to avoid that, 3 tablespoons is about enough just to combine everything. So everything is ready, and now we're just going to add a little bit of oil onto a pan, and so that we can start frying. And now we're just going to start the shaping. We're going to use a spoon to make everything easier and slightly less messy. And we're just going to repeat this process. So once the pan has been filled, we're just going to wait for them to get nice and golden brown on one side before flipping them onto the other side. So they're starting to look a little golden brown on the edges, and now we're just going to just gently flip them onto the other side. And I think that this is a procedure everyone knows. I think everyone knows how to fry things, whether you know how to cook or not. I think it's basic logic to know how to fry things. So now we're going to wait for them to get golden brown on the other side as well. And I'll meet you guys at the end so that the video doesn't drag, and so that just to avoid, because it's very chaotic over here. So we'll meet you guys at the end. So this is the final result. So as you can see, they're nice and golden brown. They smell amazing. I wish you guys could smell them right now. So to accompany them, we just have a few olives. And I think this is a Thousand Island sauce. I could be wrong. So I'm going to try one because they smell so good, even though I'm still full from dinner. And they cut easily. You can see the cheese. Wow. I'm going to try it with the sauce. It's so good. So number one, you can't tell that there are courgettes here, so it's really good for picky eaters. They're crispy, so that's also a plus, but my absolute favorite part is the cheese. The cheese really makes it. I personally love feta cheese, and I think here it makes a great addition, but it's not too intense or too salty, because it gets balanced by that zest of lime, so it gives that nice freshness to it, and it is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend making it because they are so quick, and they're also very easy to make. Ingredients fairly available. So I highly recommend trying these. So this brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. And if you want, you can further support me on my socials, which are Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching and following me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!